reminding us that we are constantly in motion. We are never done working, learning, and growing, and there is joy to be found in every seed we plant. I posted my first video that connected plants to people online at the suggestion of a former student and friend. He believed people were hungry for guidance on growth and wellness and would embrace my garden observations and wisdom. I barely understood social media at the time, but within a few weeks, I'd been compared to Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross more times than I could count and found a community of people yearning to grow. Although I still have much to learn, I'm proud and humbled that so many people are interested in my message. I hope this book helps you find peace in your mind, balance in your body, and harmony in your spirit. Perhaps you'll be inspired to get a plant, or start a garden, or to care for the greenery you have in new ways. Either way, let's reconnect with nature and grow together. A new beginning. In my 27th year, I started working at a private preparatory school in Texas, a job I saw as an opportunity to nurture, empower, and share skills that will last a lifetime. This job made me do something I hadn't done before: settle. I bought a house and committed to living in one place after years of traveling every few months. The adjustment was difficult, but I did my best to find ways to adapt. At the same time, my dear friend's mother closed her nursery and had a surplus of leftover plants. She gave me 16 exotic plants as a housewarming gift, and I drove them from Florida to my new home in Texas before the start of my second school year. Within 2 months, I'd killed 9. I was determined to keep the rest alive. For the first time in years, I was reconnected to those days as a child in my grandmother's garden, the place that holds my earliest memories of watering the hibiscus trees, picking their red and pink flowers, and, as I mentioned, chewing on the stems. Plant care was new territory for me as an adult, but I was committed to learning everything I could to save the others. I went to the local plant stores and bought hundreds of dying and marked down plants. Some cost as little as 6 cents. I didn't care what they were, and their names were unimportant to me. All I wanted was to help them grow. Not only did I learn how to encourage growth and keep my plants healthy, but I've found parallels between plants and people. Like plants, we need resources to grow. We go through different stages of growth. Our environment and community affect our growth. We maximize our potential when presented with the right conditions. Above all, the life inside us yearns to grow. With care and attention, we can cultivate that growth. The primary difference between us and our plants is that we must choose to focus on our growth. Plants do it instinctively. We can consider our environment, evaluate our community, and assess what we need to do to best support our mental health, physical fitness, and spiritual awareness. We can also ignore all the factors that affect our growth. Unlike plants, we are liable to become distracted and shift our focus away from our growth. Our agency can be a tool or a vice. It's up to us. These parallels I saw reinforce conclusions I'd drawn from my observations in my studies and travels. It was an enlightening epiphany to realize we can learn about ourselves by learning about plants. I brought these lessons to my classroom and watched my students prosper. I developed stronger bonds with my family and friends. I felt more grounded and at peace. In the midst of my learning and experimenting with plants, one lesson changed how I would forever think about growth. We cannot make anything grow, but we can foster environments where life wants to grow. Growth cannot be forced, only nurtured. As much as I wanted to see every plant in my care flourish, I recognized this would only happen if I paid attention, considered the factors that affect growth, and fostered the right conditions. It later dawned on me that I did for my plants what I'd done for myself all my life. Reflecting on growth. Spending time in the garden slowed me down, enabling me to reflect on my past, my experience, and the lessons I'd learned along the way. I thought about the challenges I'd overcome and how I managed to confront